Hey, this is Scott, and it is Sunday night. We're going to discuss, now I am not reviewing all of these wines, but I am drinking a nice Washington State port-style wine tonight while we discuss what are we going to serve for Thanksgiving this week. Everybody's coming over. Everybody has different tastes. Let's go ahead and discuss some great Washington State wines for Thanksgiving. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Scott, and you are tuned in to the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel, YouTube's primary channel for discussing Washington State wines and spirits, but not exclusively. Tonight, we are going to discuss, though, it's the week of Thanksgiving. We're talking turkey. We're talking stuffing. We're talking Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts. We're talking green bean casserole and the wines that go with some of that stuff. Now, the wines I'm going to list tonight, these are typically the 6th, and I'm going to give you a specialty 7th wine that really do go well on average with most things that are served with Thanksgiving. For reds, now, as you notice, I am not drinking any of these wines. So I am drinking a Washington style port. Matter of fact, I am thinking about doing a wine review of this particular port later on. It's a 2007 Porteous port out of Central Washington. Boy, that tastes good. Anyways, let's go on and discuss the wines that you typically want to see for Thanksgiving dinner. Now, reds, fairly straightforward. Typically a Zinfandel, a Pinot Noir, and for me, I really like a Syrah. Now, Washington State doesn't have a whole lot when it comes to Zinfandel. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen a Washington State grown Zinfandel. You're talking primarily California wines. I believe Australia's got some good Zins. So I really can't discuss it. But when it comes to Zins, Zins are going to be extremely high acid, full-bodied, high tannic, fruity wines, which is why a lot of Zinfandels go with, rounds out, goes with pretty much everything on the table. Now, I don't have that, so I can't be serving that. But these are the 5 wines that I will be serving, or at least offering up to my guests that do show up. Now, first of all, Pinot Noir. This is a Palencia Wineries Pinot Noir out of the Ancient Lakes area. Now, I've had another Pinot Noir from Dylan Cellars. I will probably be reviewing that. Washington State is not known for its Pinot, but Victor Palencia has done a great job on this particular wine, as has Dylan Cellars. Both of them are out of Walla Walla. Both get their Pinot Noir grapes from the Ancient Lakes area out of the Columbia Valley. Now, Pinot is normally an Oregon or a California, if you want the United States, talking about United States wines. When you get a Pinot, you're typically talking a wine that's medium-high acid, light-bodied, very light on the sweet factor, and probably more of a medium-bodied wine. Pinot goes extremely well, I personally think, with the breaded spicy stuffings. With turkey, it does go well with turkey, but for those that don't like turkey, Pinots go good with ham. So if you're going to have ham for Thanksgiving, works out perfectly. Here's my pick, to be honest with you. This is probably what I'm going to start out with. Now, a Syrah for me, especially a Washington State Syrah, you are going to get something that is extremely minerally, extremely earthy. And for me, this wine here is a 2013 Syrah from Contos Cellars. Contos is one of those wines that my wife and I, it was our first wine club. We were impressed with the entire lineup. This has been sitting in my cellar since 2016. I am extremely excited about this. I do plan on reviewing a couple of Contos' Syrahs in the near future. They won't be as delicious as this, I'm sure. Now with Syrah, you're definitely getting a full-bodied wine. Medium-high alcohol, medium-high acid, medium-high tannins. The Syrah in itself, especially with the mineral aspect of it, and the earthy aspect of it, really goes well with a nice juicy turkey. By the way, none of these wines go with a dry turkey, as far as I know. Let's go back. Anyways, so that's going to be the reds that I'm offering my guests, are these two right here. Now, let's go to whites. Your whites, right off the bat, you want to stay away from the extremely sweet versions of Rieslings. Rieslings go extremely well, especially if it's a dry or semi-dry Riesling. This week, I am going to be offering up my J&J Vintners. This is a 2013 Riesling. I haven't had this since 2015. I am hoping that it's cellared well. I know it's got a fairly high acid complex to it, so I'm assuming that it's going to be cellared well. I'd be very disappointed if it has gone bad or if it has started on the downward slope. But if you do go with Riesling, try to stick to more of the dry, the semi-dry side. Next, let's jump right here. Now this is Bonsu Cellar Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc is going to be high acid, low to medium alcohol, very light bodied wine. You really do want to talk to your guests about what their preferences are before you serve a Sauvignon Blanc. It's going to go well with the turkey. Definitely go well with the turkey. But if you have a lot of spicy, if you like your stuffing spicy, I don't think it pairs very well with a very spicy herbal stuffing as much as your, if you go with a more mild stuffing, I think your Sauvignon Blanc would be fine. What I tend to get in some Sauvignon Blancs, and it is kind of off-putting, there is kind of a plastic petroleum note that may be off-putting to some. Others, it would work well. If you do, for your people that don't like turkey, but they like the vegetable aspect of your dishes, Sauvignon Blanc probably will be the best option for them. And that brings us to the last one. Now, Gewürztraminer pretty much are all sweet. Why is it even on this list? Well, Gewürztraminer are typically a medium alcohol content, but there's almost no acids, no tannins. It's a very light-bodied wine. The Gewürztraminer, I think, is probably more along your lines of what you're going to serve when you break out that pumpkin pie, or you're going to break out that pecan pie, or in our family, prior to my mom passing, she used to make a shoe fly pie that was absolutely heavy molasses and sugar and brown sugars. The Gewürztraminer with that, the sweetnesses complemented each other, especially, and the alcohol, the medium to high alcohol content in it as well helped kind of offset that. So, but the sweetness paired well with it. Kind of missing that whole. Now my mouth is watering, even thinking of shoe fly pie. So, now for those that don't like an extremely sweet white, my 7th pick would be a port as the dessert wine. This will go well with a pumpkin pie. It goes well with a pecan pie. A port style wine. And if you could go with a Washington State, I also have some tawny ports in my cellar that may or may not get offered. I don't know. The ports do tend to go well with those sweeter desserts. Now, there is one that some of you are screaming, what about Chardonnay? What about Chardonnay? What about Chardonnay? Chardonnay, depending on what you get, whether or not it has sat in oak for a while, whether or not the malolactic fermentation has taken a hold, you have crisp, clear Chardonnays that, you know what, may work better than the Sauvignon Blanc. Okay? But a lot of people like that buttery Chardonnay. So Chardonnay really, if you know the person, may or may not be a good choice. I like a deep, buttery, oaky Chardonnay. None of my guests are going to like that. Plus, a Chardonnay, to be honest with you, I think works a little bit more on the pork side and more along the lines of some seafoods. So that being said, I may break out a Chardonnay, but only if a guest asks. So let me know what you guys think. What wines are you serving for Thanksgiving? Please go ahead and put them down in the comments down below. Do you think I'm off on any of my suggestions? By the way, I will put a link down in the description for each one of these wineries in case you want to get a little bit more information on them. I have had every single one of these wines. Now, out of all of these, really the one that's mass produced is going to be the Two Vines. Two Vines Gewürztraminer is under the umbrella for Chateau Saint, the same company that owns Chateau Saint Michel. You should be able to find it. I believe Two Vines is nationally sold. The other ones are going to be more Pacific Northwest, and more importantly, probably more of a boutique. As a matter of fact, I know these four here really are boutiquing, including the Porteous port here. It is more of a boutique, so it's probably going to be strictly Washington State, but you might be able to order it through some online vendors. So again, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys serving yourselves and your guests for wine choices for Thanksgiving? Am I completely off? Please let me down below. Also, if you think somebody might benefit from this video, please go ahead and share it in your local groups. Tag me in it and let me know what you guys think. Also, if you do like this content, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That way YouTube has its algorithms. I don't know how they work. I'm a truck driver. But I do know that by liking it, the more people that like it, more people get a chance to see it. Also, when you do hit subscribe, the little bell icon is going to pop up. Go ahead and hit the bell icon. That way, when I do upload videos like this, you're one of the first to know. So, as always, with Thanksgiving especially, I know people tend to overeat. They also have a tendency to overdrink. So please, as always, please drink responsibly. Enjoy this truly quintessential American holiday with family, friends, people that you love. Set aside your differences this year, folks, and just enjoy the company that you're with. Please drink responsibly, and as always, life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. Cheers. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.